And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you the game of the week. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher in this game, Boyd. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's just foul. That one is absolutely belted. Buxton going back. Out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Nathan Lucas up next for the Astros. 4 for 8 in the series so far. He was late there. Strike one.
0-1.
That misses, and the count is 1-1.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Missed with a changeup, and a count 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
The first baseman.
Here's Pete Alonso. Drove in both of their runs last night. And a foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. And now it's even up.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one missed.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Next pitch is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 on, nobody out, a run in here in the third and final game of the series. And he can't come up with it, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Can't glove it cleanly. Coming home. Gets off a throw. Tag, and they got him. So an error on the play, but they get the out anyway. Here's Lane Thomas. And that's downstairs and outside.
1-0.
And that clips the inside corner. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swings through that one out in front that
2
time.
balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap.
Runner on the move. Pitch
Ball 1, no
misses.
strike.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Outside. Ball 2. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. The throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
And that one is lifted in the air. Lyle makes the play, and that is that. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Astros 3 and the back here with my pal Singy, and our pitcher in this game, HOU-J.Taillon.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win, and really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Makes the grab, 1 away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Mike Tauchman.
And Boog, he's a guy who loves coming up with the chance to drive in his teammates. It's like he finds another level of focus. Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. And you know what? Because of that, I wonder if the guys in front of him will see some better pitches to hit, because you don't want to put any free base runners on with him looming in the on-deck circle.
1 out, base is empty. And a swing and a miss there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground. Fires over to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Batting third, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Here's Byron Buxton. Singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting fourth.
Here's Freddie Freeman now.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The throw in. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 3-1.
Wastes no time there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
Great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 outs. Up the middle. On to Kim, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-1 ball game. We head to the top of the second. Here's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. Late on that fastball. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
So, man aboard. Here's Royce Lewis. And a foul ball. Hit on the ground, might be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to first, out, double play. Just got it there in time.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Now, Ha-Sung Kim. First pitch, just misses. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. That one's in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now to appeal to first. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston as the lead remains 3-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Ben Williamson. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that one. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, but they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Hit on the ground to short. Over to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Here's another look with StatCast Singy. The throw needed to be strong to beat the runner, and it was.
Yeah, that play was close, and I think we need to credit that 88-mile-per-hour throw as the difference maker right there. That's just impressive.
And the batter now, Tyler Heineman. Kim with the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
2 down, base is empty. And now for Seattle, Dalen Lyle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. New inning getting started. And now Nathan Lucas. Boyd back to work.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right side. McNeil. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time up. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
And a good eye there. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Austin Hayes. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike. Misses. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Astros are down quietly, and the score stays 3-1. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Swing and a miss. Turner, a former All-Star, hitting leadoff in today's game. A former first-round pick back in 2014.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through that.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Started after it, appealed to third, and he held up. Outside low. It's 2-2. To right field, way back, gone. Max Muncy leaves the yard. Home run number 30 on the year. It's 3-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
And up next for Seattle, Byron Buxton. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. Swinging a drive, deep right field. That's back. And out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 32nd of the year. And this game is tied. It's 3-3.
That's a game changer right there. A big-time swing, and we're all tied up. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here is Freddie Freeman. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. Freeman is out. There's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
McNeil takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Ball 1, no strike.
Tied up here in the early going. Next one off the plate inside. And that's ball 2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Toss to Alonso. That's the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're tied now with 3 apiece. 3 innings in the book on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Thomas.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Throw on to Freeman. 1 up, 1 down.
Detective number 35, Adley Rutschman.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Doubled his first time. Ball
Counts
1, no
1-0.
strikes.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing at a ground ball and foul ball. Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2. He goes down looking.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider. Even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box. And it clearly was not that pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Buxton moves under it. Drops into the glove. And that is that. So they go quietly there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. All tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Mike Stockman.
That's out to center field. Thomas hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting.
And next is the designated hitter, Ben Williamson. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. On the ground, right side, Wisely. And 2 away now. Digging in, Tyler Heineman. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's
Inside
off
ball.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Dalen Lyle, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball up the middle. On to Kim, and that is the inning. 1 left for Seattle. Score remains tied at 3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next to hit, Royce Lewis.
Ball 1.
And ball 1. No outs. Runner on second. Lewis tries to hold up, appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Eric Summerskill. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is downstairs. Up the middle. McNeil gets it to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Back to the top of the line.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
On the ground, 2 ball. Tags the runner. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Trey Turner. Inside. And that is ball 1.
Well, these Mariners doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning. All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Here's Muncy to hit. He's already homered in this game. And that is out of play. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. One down, base is empty. Gonna count 1 and 2.
That's inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to third. Lewis. To first.
He's out.
They get the out on Muncy.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Byron Buxton. He's already homered here in this one. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
He must have been
0-1
looking for
count.
something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole
We got
now.
time.
He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Next
One ball,
offering misses
2
down and
strikes.
away. Grounds one to short. Into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Runner at first with 2 away. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 1 for 2. That misses,
Outside.
and that's ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Kim snags it on the run. Mariners leave 1. Still tied 3-3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Boyd back to work. Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Pitch
Ball back
misses outside. And a count now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses to first,
Got him.
and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. He's been a great free agent sign. Check swing called strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Hayes goes 5 feet 11 inches, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's there with a
He's
double.
safe.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat
That's
through
a
the
ball.
ball, and didn't pull off or roll his
1-0.
hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the
Inside,
game,
ball 2.
that could be a deciding run.
Go ahead run at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
Nasty 2-0
balls,
slider
1
there
strike.
for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Next
Ball
offering
three.
misses. They're now 3-1.
3 balls.
I almost feel
1
like he's
strike.
frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Adley Rutschman. First pitch misses.
Ball 1.
2
no
outs
strike.
and 1 in scoring position. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a count 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Throws to first in time. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So 1 hit is all they get. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Clayton Beeter.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
The second baseman. Not here.
That one ripped, but foul.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Ground ball, Alonso steps on first for the out.
The right fielder, number 18, Mike Tuckman.
Now it's the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball
1-0.
almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering
Fastball
upstairs. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Grant Taylor getting loose out there. Garcia getting loose as well. Out to center. Thomas hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The designated hitter, number 9,
Ben Williamson up next for the Mariners. He's grounded out a couple of times. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. Well, the pitcher always wants to miss down if he's going to miss with the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch, but just a really good swing on it. He stayed down, he got through it, and he got rewarded.
Tyler Heineman getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Long run, nice grab. And that will end the inning. The Mariners pick up a run thanks to this solo homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. 6 innings in the books on MLB The Show. Back at T-Mobile Park, and now the DH, Gavin Sheet. Now on the bump, JoJo Romero.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And a swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll get off into the seats. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more.
There goes the runner. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Turner for 1. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's the Astros leadoff man, Ha-Sung Kim. Ball 1 there. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner from third in to score. And it's an RBI single. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Huge at bat to bring home the tying run at this point in the game. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Lucas, the next to hit, takes outside. Next pitch misses. 2-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. This one in the dirt. Slides, but he can't come up with it. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
And now Pete Alonso. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. With the go-ahead run at third, here in the top half of inning number 7. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Hayes in the box now. Takes strike 1. Lucas on second. Alonso on at first with 2 down. Ground ball left side. Muncy. They get the force. They limit the damage here. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Astros 5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Grant Taylor.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And now for Seattle, Dalen Lyle. On the ground to first, Alonso. He takes it on his own, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
That's to third. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now it's Max Muncy. Infield shifted to the pull side. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Hard hit down the line and left. And foul ball. Next offering way upstairs. Now one missed. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. On the ground right side, and it's through for a hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away. Stepping in, Byron Buxton. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. On the move, heading back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Astros 5 and the back in Seattle. Here's the center fielder, Lane. Brock Stewart into the game.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Well, these Astros, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They're getting a lot of loud contact right now. 9 hits have gone 90+ miles per hour off the bat, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense to make some tough plays. And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these batters are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard. Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
And now, Adley Rutschman. Popped up. Lunges, but can't make the catch. Not in time. He's safe. First and second, no outs. Next is the designated hitter, Gavin Sheets. Swings through that one, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Tosca makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first.
Oh, that got him.
Well, the bright side is that will help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Lewis in the box now, takes strike 1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. He's got it. Runner tags for home. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and they lead by 2.
Well, he'll take the sac fly on the mound right there. Bases loaded. I mean, this is a high leverage situation. And if you can limit the other team, you're doing pretty good work. See if he can get this next out.
Next offering is in for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Astros 6 and the M's 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Luis Garcia.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 3. Fought off foul. That one misses, and the count even 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jeff McNeil up next for the Mariners. That one finds the corner, and that's strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2 is the count.
Next pitch is outside. Tying run at the plate. Almost got him.
2 strikes.
The tying run at the plate. That one outside. And the count is filled up. And ball 4 to a board.
Well, he took his chance at getting into chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
And now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That one misses. That's 5 straight. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. The Astros have some action in their pen. Brennan Hanafy preparing to come on if needed. Detmers warming up as well. 1-1 now. That one the other way. And a base hit. Here comes Freddie around third. He'll score easily. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Now a move being made at second base. Pinch running here, Michael A. Taylor. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the Mariners DH, Ben Williamson. Golden opportunity right here. Line drive, puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And up next for Seattle, Tyler Heineman. Pitch misses inside, 1-0.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. And fouled off. In the air to left center. Kim sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Luis Garcia done for the night, and he leaves. The Astros turn to a new arm of the mound, Reed Detmers.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And that's too high.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That misses, and now it's 3-2. Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Thomas gets there. He's under it. That is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas. Stewart back to work. And that's downstairs and outside. Stewart goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one to first. He'll do it himself. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Pete Alonso up next for the Astros. That one blasted deep to right. Going back on this one. And that one hops the wall. Around first, digging for 2. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
1 out. Runner at second. Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
This is a batter who loves to produce late in ball games. He doesn't shy away from the big moment.
Man at second. And there's a foul ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One-two now. Just misses the mark outside the zone. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's got it, and there's two away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's Lane Thomas now. Hard hit right side, and that's the third out. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Astros 6 and the Mariners. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Brian Abreu. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Trey Turner at the plate. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Counts 1-0.
And that drops in for a strike. One-run game, bottom nine. And there's a ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That missed inside. 3-1.
Hood, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Right through there for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make the call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Turner runs. Ball outside. Throw to second. He's safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And that one fouled off.
Hey.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Next one misses, and it's 2-2. A one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. And a swing and a miss. One away.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Now here is Byron Buxton. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Check swing, and that's a ball. And a count 1-2. So the tying run at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
The M's down to their final strike. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Man on second, 2 down. And that's down and away. Got him swinging for the K. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping.